whenever people say things like, this person's the next Michael Jackson, it doesn't matter if it's Chris Brown or Taylor Swift. They keep on saying, oh, this is like Michael Mania. It's like, you guys have no clue what Michael Mania is like. Just like I have no clue what Beatlemania was like. I have no clue how big Elvis was. I have no clue how big Frank Sinatra was. I have no clue what it was like when Motown blew up. I have no clue when Marvin Gaye dropped What's Going On and Let's Get It On. I have no clue. I'm just going by what I've seen, what I read, what my parents said. So I can understand when young folks look at a Chris Brown or a Taylor Swift when they do certain things like, oh my God, it's like Michael Mania. It's like, it's not at all. It's not even close to that. Neither one of them are close to what Michael Jackson did in the 80s. Case in point, State of Shock. Now, Michael Jackson did Thriller. Huge success. And the crazy thing about Thriller is he didn't go on tour, just like with Off the Wall. He made Off the Wall, it blew up, no solo tour. He went back to his brothers and they went on tour. And I think at that point he says, okay, that's it. I'm not touring off this album, unfortunately, but just one last tour of my brothers. That's it. Thriller comes out even bigger than Off the Wall. He did not want to go on tour at all with his brothers. It's like, no, this album's too big. I'm going on tour. But his dad tried to convince him. Then his mom said, do it for Marlon. It's all right, Mom. So he went on tour with his brothers. So he didn't tour on Off the Wall. He didn't tour on Thriller, but he finally toured with Bad. So Thriller's around. So Bad was 1987. Thriller was 1982. And any song that featured Michael Jackson got crazy airplay. He was on We Are the World. That got airplayed all over the place. He was on Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell. Got played everywhere. The Victory album comes out, or about to come out, and Michael Jackson's on the first single. Now, he's not on there with his brothers. It's a duet he has with Mick Jagger. Now, originally the duet was him and Freddie Mercury from Queen, but they took Freddie off the vocals. And I don't know if there was whispers about Freddie having HIV back then, because no one knew Freddie Mercury had HIV back then. So I don't know if that's why he got pulled off. If you're a historian about this, please let me know. Leave the comments below. But originally Freddie Mercury was on it, and it was really good. The demo's out there. It's fantastic. But Mick Jagger is on State of Shock. Now I'm telling you, this is still the peak of Michael Mania. This is the first song that Michael Jackson really sang lead on since anything from Thriller. Every station across the country, not sure about country, but definitely R&B, pop, dance, probably adult contemporary, classic rock. Every station across the country plays State of Shock. And it was great. It was fantastic. Because first of all, Michael Jackson and Mick Jagger together on a song. That's insane. But yeah, the song was good. And there was one station that played that song 22 hours straight. Now, that's a bit much. That's a bit much. I can understand maybe like an hour or play it on the top of the hour, like the bottom and top of each hour. I can understand that. But man, 22 hours straight is kind of, you get tired of the song after a while. But State of Shock is so good. It's time to State of Shock. Oh, so good. It's such a good song because we don't hear it that often because there wasn't a video. There wasn't a video. Mike didn't make a video for State of Shock. He didn't make any videos for Victory. In fact, I think the only video they made from Victory was Torture, and Mike wouldn't be in the video. And I don't know if that was I don't know if he didn't want to be in the video or that was like the Pepsi commercial. He got his hair burned. But they used a stand-in. They used a wax figure stand-in. He was standing like this. They put glasses on. He was standing like this. It's the craziest thing. All the brothers standing like this. And Michael. It's fantastic, man. But yeah, Chris Brown can't do that. If Chris Brown dropped a new album tomorrow, every station across the country wouldn't play that song. Even if that might be his greatest. It could have been Residuals. When he dropped that album, it could have been Residuals, and they wouldn't have done that for Chris Brown. Taylor Swift on her next album can drop the greatest single of her life, and not every station across the country would not stop to play her one single. There's nobody today who has that type of power than Michael Jackson. There's a few others like Prince after Purple Rain. Prince had that power for a little bit. Not as big as Michael, but he had that power after Purple Rain, where people was like anticipating what he was going to do next, especially all the stuff he was putting out during that time span. So he was anticipating Prince's music as well. But nah, Michael Mania was a totally different beast. So whenever I hear people say like, "Oh, this person's like Michael Jackson," that person's like Michael Jackson, they're breaking all Michael Jackson's records. Like they could break all the records they want. First of all, none of them can sing as well as him at 12 years old. There's that one singer, maybe Bruno Mars, maybe Adele, maybe Mariah, maybe Ariana, but there are very few singers today who at 12 years old had a pitch perfect voice. He had a pitch perfect voice at 12 years old. Most of the people that's being compared to him probably didn't have that. And then you make an album like Off the Wall, and you think, well, that's the greatest record he ever made. How can he top this? And then he tops it with Thriller. And then it makes Bad. And he's disappointed in Bad because Bad didn't do as well as Thriller. Nothing could do as well as Thriller. But he was upset because Bad wasn't as good as Thriller. You know, Bad is like one of the greatest selling albums ever. And then Dangerous is underrated. This guy went from the late 60s, like 1969, to the early 2000s. Nah. There's people who are great. There's people who are legends in their own eras. Absolutely. But when we're talking about like Michael Mania, like Michael Jackson at his peak, that's rarefied air. You have people who are close. But Michael's a whole solar system. There are people who are planets, right? Taylor's a planet, Beyonce's a planet. There's a lot of people who are planets. Michael's a whole damn solar system. So do yourself a favor. Go check out State of Shock. Here's some songs to check out by Michael Jackson. State of Shock. Tell Me I'm Not Dreaming with Jermaine. The original version of Love Never Felt So Good. Heartbreak Hotel off the Jacksons album. And Show Me the Way to Go. We'll go gambling up. Show Me the Way to Go. That was like in the mid-70s. There's a few Michael Jackson songs you should check out with him and the Jacksons. And All I Do Is Think of You, the true remake that Michael did with the Jackson 5. Go check that out too. There's so many great songs. And keep in mind, I didn't mention anything Off the Wall, Thriller, Bad, Dangerous. They even mention those songs, man, because he's that great.